Let's talk New York Mets baseball. The Mets have now lost another series. They dropped a game again today after a bad loss yesterday, where we saw the ace Verlander get beat up on yesterday. They have now dropped another one. Tylor Megill got beat up on today. Nogosek got beat up on today. It was just a rough day for the Mets when it comes to pitching. That is. Offensively, I can't say the same. If I'm going to give the blame to anyone, it's going to be on this Mets pitching core, man. The Mets pitching is absolutely ruining this season for these Metropolitans. The Mets pitching is the cause for a lot of the problems that we're having right now. I cannot blame it on the offense at all. When I first saw the lineup today and, a couple of days ago when I knew that Tylor Megill was going to be starting this game, I was a little bit, iffy about it because not just with Megill, but with pretty much all of the pitchers. Doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Senga, we get up and down starts from him. Whether it's Scherzer, we've seen him up and down, even with injuries or whatever else. Verlander, he's been up and down, giving up a lot of home runs early, giving up a lot of early runs. It's been, Carrasco, he was getting destroyed early on, went on the IL. Now he's back, had a rough game, and, at least had one decent start or whatnot. It's just been pitching has been an absolute issue for us since the beginning of this season, and it continues to be an issue. Like I said, Tylor Megill was getting the start and wasn't sure what was going to happen, and exactly what I thought was going to happen happened, and he had a horrible game. He went 4 innings. He had 10 hits, 6 runs off of him. Colorado got 6 runs on him. 4 of those runs were earned runs. He had 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Didn't have any home runs on him, so, I guess that's somewhat of a plus, but not that big of a plus given what has happened today in this game. His ERA is at 4.67. Nogosek came in the 5th inning to relieve him. Nogosek had 4 hits on him, 5 runs. Out of those 5 runs, all 5 were earned runs. He had 1 walk, no strikeouts, had 2 home runs hit on him. His ERA is 6.33. Our pitching is just abysmal. It is causing a lot of the issues that we are having with this team. Offensively, I can't really complain. In this series, the Metropolitans have scored 22 runs. Tommy Pham had an outstanding day today. He had him a triple. He had a double. He walked. He had 4 RBIs, scored 2 runs, and also had 2 stolen bases. Phenomenal day for him. Marte had a triple. Pete Alonso had himself a triple. Pete Alonso also had himself a double. We saw Francisco Lindor hit a solo home run. We saw Francisco Alvarez jump out there again and get another 3-run shot. Congratulations to him. He was moved all the way up into that second slot today in the lineup. So offensively, the guys are getting it done. Can't really complain about anything that they're doing on that side of the ball. The biggest issue that these Mets are having is the pitching. The pitching is absolutely destroying our chances of getting ahead in the NL East or getting ahead, period. It's going to be a long, rough summer if this pitching continues to carry on the way that it is. There's only so much that the offense can do, and I can't really put any blame on them at all as of right now. They are showing up and they are putting wood on the ball and sending it over the fence, or either putting it in play or drawing walks. Our main issue is definitely the pitching. Something has to be done. I don't know if it's a coaching issue. I don't know if it's a confidence issue or what's going on, but the pitching is definitely our biggest sore thumb, if you will, or, to use an analogy, that is giving us the hardest time. The Mets are now 27-27. They are back at 500 on the season. I think we just moved down into that 3rd slot in the NL East. The Braves are up in 1st, and now Miami is now ahead of us in that 2nd place slot as of right now. So once again, we're back to the same old thing, back to, multiple losses and not really showing or, putting on a good show for the fans and, for themselves. I don't know what it's going to take to turn it around, but something's going to have to give if we're going to have any chance of really turning this thing around. The Mets pitching has now given up more home runs than any other team in the NL East. In the National League period. Not the NL East. They've given up more home runs than any other team. As far as ERA is concerned, they're one of the worst teams in Major League Baseball as a whole. They're really causing us a lot of problems, and something has to be done about it, or they've got to, get some fire in them, some spark in them, and really start to push to do better. It sucks. No real moves have been made as of right now. Like I said, they're 27-27. They'll have the day off tomorrow. Then on Tuesday, they'll be back home in beautiful Flushing, Queens. They'll be hosting the Phillies. The Phillies are actually coming off of a really good series against the Braves. Been really tough on the Braves here. I think it's a 4-game series. We'll see how that ends up. But they're going to have a hard time if this pitching continues the way it does. There's only so much that the offense can do. If the pitching doesn't give our guys a chance to relax, get in there and feel comfortable offensively or whatnot, and they keep putting pressure on them, keep having them working from behind early on in every single game, it feels like we're going to continue to see these results, and not much is going to change. So that's it for today. If you're still here, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for all the support. Let's go Mets.